All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to all the dads and dad figures out there. I wish I had just a perfect Sunday for you. It's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to be too bad either. So we've got a lot to cover. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning for Weather Extra. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke, and what we've got already on the radar, a little cluster of some rainfall, couple lightning strikes earlier with this cluster of storms that's moving into parts of Giles County up there in Middle Tennessee. This is going to track over I-65 into parts of Lincoln County. That's the only rain we have right now. I'm promising you some more dry hours today versus what we saw for your Saturday. As expected, we had periods of showers and storms from mid to late morning into the afternoon. A couple waves coming through for your later afternoon and evening hours, and then even into the overnight, we were still tracking some clusters of heavy rainfall. So this is going to be short and sweet on this Sunday morning. And there's the radar, like I mentioned. We'll take a closer look here. Coming out of parts of Lawrence County, right north of Pulaski there in Giles County and heading into Lincoln County. This was producing a little bit of lightning earlier, but for the most part right now, it is just that rainfall. South of Iron City there, just south of the state line, little bit of rainfall starting to dissipate a bit. And if we pull back the view, we do have a few showers popping up just east of the Memphis metro area and into extreme north central, northwest Mississippi. Those will continue to track to the east, but a very large portion of your Sunday morning is going to be dry. It's as we get into the afternoon, the evening time frame, then we'll start tracking some more pop-up showers and storms. But visibility, we had some fog earlier, mainly isolated to those bodies of water, and the locations that really saw a lot of heavy rainfall with the storms yesterday, those were more fog prone than everyone else. But I don't think it's a huge concern here. We're starting to warm up a little bit already. That always helps the fog mix on out and dissipate. So visibility is okay. We've got some low clouds to deal with. Here's a perfect example of some of that fog that's already starting to lift. And I'm guessing Lake Gunnersville, pretty popular spot here this morning. A lot of people probably out fishing with dad or grandpa and whatever you've got going on, or just getting the boat in the water, taking the family out on the lake. A good day for it, certainly warm and humid enough, but the cloud cover is going to hang on at least for a good portion of your morning hours. By the afternoon, I think we see some breaks in the clouds. Looks like we have a spider web of sorts, but the sun already trying to peek through some of that cloud cover that we have right now in the river city of Decatur. So just looking at kind of peaceful conditions, not much wind at the moment, and we'll have a breeze today. It'll be out of the west and southwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's really the only wind we're expecting. Maybe some occasional wind gusts about 10 to 15. Dry through most of your morning. There is a chance of seeing a pop-up shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, but I really think a lot of the activity today is going to mainly be during that afternoon, early evening time frame. We're not expecting those big clusters or lines of storms coming in today. I think the coverage will be more cellular, kind of individual cells popping up as we get hot and humid through your Sunday. So I already talked about fishing, but why not show you the fishing forecast for today? Temperatures warming up into the low to mid 80s. We will see a few breaks in the clouds, especially by the afternoon. But if you are out on the water or even the boat dock there fishing, it's going to be an afternoon. You have to pay attention to the weather again. We are expecting some interruptions or delays to those outside plants. So 3-day forecast. I wish I could say we've got a great week coming your way. Unfortunately, not the case. The humidity stays with us. Temperatures through the week will be in the mid to upper 80s, and each afternoon and evening we are anticipating scattered showers and storms. A couple days next week, Tuesday and Thursday, are trending to be the wettest days as far as the rain and storm coverage coming up as we go through the work week ahead. Any storms developing today or basically for the next several days will have the same threats as what we saw yesterday, that being the threat for isolated gusty winds, very heavy rainfall. The storms yesterday produced a ton of rain in a short amount of time. Weather Extra at 4:30 yesterday afternoon. We were watching the storms roll through, and then eventually those storms in southern Coleman County produced about 2 to 3 inches of rain in about 30 minutes, and they put out a flash flood warning for that. Can't be ruled out today. Very hazardous travel if you get caught in one of these downpours. These summertime storms have so much moisture available, and they just dump rain. Poor visibility, expected ponding puddles possible on the roadways, so travel with caution if you get caught in one of those downpours. Potential for small hail. I don't think we had any hail reports come in yesterday, but can't be ruled out for sure. and then also the frequent lightning threat. That is a possibility with the storms. Hear thunder, see lightning, time to bring it in off the water, get off the pool deck, get out of the pool first, and then get off the pool deck too, or even if you're just hanging out in the backyard. But let's go through your day hour by hour using future radar and satellite. By mid-morning, seeing some breaks in the clouds. Temperatures will be in the low to mid-80s before you know it. And then we start tracking those isolated pop-up showers and storms. It's not a line coming in today. They'll be kind of just more hit and miss. Now, if you get some outflow boundaries, that typically will trigger additional storms down the road, east usually or southeast of those storms. But continuing to keep the storms in the forecast for that afternoon, evening time frame. Should start to wrap up as we lose daytime heating, but still around 9 o'clock, the model thinking we'll at least have some form of showers out there. And then overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, small chance of seeing a shower or even hearing some thunder. I do anticipate some areas of dense fog developing overnight tonight into Monday morning. So if you have to go back to work and into the office tomorrow, I think we'll be experiencing some areas of dense fog. So something to consider because those Monday morning commutes are tough as it is. All right, we go to tomorrow. Guess what? More of the same. I think we see more sunshine tomorrow. We warm up a little bit faster. Could be in the mid to upper 80s. Heat index probably in the mid 90s. Expecting scattered showers and storms to pop up through the afternoon and evening. Same threats as today. Heavy rain, gusty winds, frequent lightning. I told you these are going to get very repetitive as we go through the summertime months. Lloyd, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us for Weather Extra as always. And I mentioned that Tuesday potentially has some of the more coverage of the rain showers and storms, could be scattered to numerous in nature. And then we go into the Wednesday time frame, now that long range model data coming in. But Wednesday does look to be pretty wet. If we could get my clicker to cooperate here, it looks like we'll have some periods of showers potentially through the morning, becoming a bit more widespread by Tuesday afternoon. So Tuesday and Thursday, those days are looking like the wettest at this time. We'll be in the low to mid 70s right now, 8:25 on your Sunday morning. And here's your dew point. It's just unavoidable here in mid-June, getting that real warm, soupy air coming in from the Gulf, and that will stay with us through the day today. Hopefully this breeze that we have out of the west-southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour, helps a little bit with some of the humidity and stickiness, but it's still going to be a relatively uncomfortable day. Big cluster of storms. Had a severe thunderstorm. Watch out for that cluster out in the state of Oklahoma, pushing into parts of Texas. Might have some heavy rain for Father's Day through the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. We still have that same center of low pressure off to the north into the Ohio River Valley. So we'll see these wraparound showers and storms. That's kind of our weather mechanism for the day. Margot, good morning to you. Appreciate you joining us here for Weather Extra. 72 overnight, isolated showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. I think the fog is going to be more impactful for that Monday commute, more so than any showers that we see. Through the day tomorrow, more scattered rain and storms. It will be a hotter day. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, and I think a lot of that just has to do with a bit more sunshine that we're expecting through the day on Monday. And here's our extended forecast. Same thing every single day. Gets pretty boring this time of year, but these storms, as you know, are no joke. They're not only causing interruptions to your plans, but you could see some wind damage with this if you get any collapsing storms. Tuesday, Thursday appear to be the wettest days right now. Summer starts late Friday night. I think it's 10-something p.m. Friday evening there, but look at the 90s we have as we start off this summer season. So low to mid 90s at the end of your 10-day. Again, big happy Father's Day to all the dads and dad figures out there. I'm not sure if my dad's on this morning. Probably not, but I'll give him a call here when I get out of work. But hope you guys have a good day. Again, tracking some isolated storm potential through the afternoon. Should see more dry hours today, though, compared to what we saw yesterday. So I promised you this would be an abbreviated, short and sweet Weather Extra here on this Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic day and a great week ahead. Thanks for joining us as always.